You're watching ABC 36, your local news source.
Welcome back. Recognizing and getting the proper diagnosis for Alzheimer's disease and dementia is very important in getting the proper therapy and treatments. And here to tell us more about some outreach efforts to target African Americans who are at risk, we're pleased to welcome Deborah Danner from the UK Sanders Brown Center on Aging, and also Florice Reynolds, a community liaison with the African American Dementia Outreach Partnership. Thank you, ladies, for being with us today.
Thank you for having us.
We'll start a little bit with some of the background on the research and the focus on Alzheimer's disease and dementia, specifically in the African American community.
Well, the African American Dementia Outreach Partnership, AADOP, was created in 2003 with funding from the Administration on Aging. And I've been at the center a long time, and what I found was that even though we have this nationally known research center where we give state-of-the-art care, very few African Americans sought treatment there. And so I wrote a grant to be able to try to change that. And over the last 5 years, we have made a really big difference. Probably the most important part of our partnership right now is the partnership with the churches. And we have 5 churches that work closely with us and promote our programs within their congregations and give us feedback on ideas. We have ideas like, you need to do these free memory checkups so people who might think they're having a problem come in and get help.
And Florice, tell us a little bit more about how the partnership has been able to offer these services for folks in our area.
Well, one of the things that we are especially interested in getting the word out to the African American community. I've contacted sororities, fraternities, community organizations, and churches trying to get the word out that if there are people who are having difficulties with memory and that sort of thing, that we have resources that can be available. It seems that even though we've had participants of other races willing to come to us, in the African American community, it seems like the word hasn't gotten out. And so my job is to get the word out. We are scheduling free memory screening clinics at Polk Dalton on the 3rd Tuesday of every month. The next one coming up will be August 17th, and that's from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. So if anybody has any difficulty with memory, or they have questions in their mind about whether they're having difficulty or not, this might be a time for them to come in, let us do a free checkup, and find out.
And you saw that information there on your screen with all those details if you want to jot it down. And she mentioned the next one coming up this month, so a chance to go ahead and get involved now. And we're also seeing the phone number and website at the bottom of your screen for more information from the Center on Aging. And really, with the lack of awareness and the concern with the outreach, why is it so important to make sure that folks get these screenings and find out early if there's a problem?
Well, I think particularly for African Americans, they're more at risk, and we don't know how much more at risk. I think the current statistics from the Alzheimer's Association say there's double the risk, but we don't know because African Americans haven't participated in research. And so that's another big barrier, as we've been trying to make research more approachable, make the community partner with us in solving the issues that might distinguish how African Americans present differently, for example.
And, of course, I'm sure the partnership would be glad to work with some of those organizations that you mentioned if you're interested in learning more.
Absolutely. The thing is that oftentimes we think sometimes that the loss of memory is just a natural part of aging. And we make jokes about it, but it's no joking matter if it turns out that it's Alzheimer's disease. And so if you think you have a problem, we urge you to call. Early intervention is the name of the game when it comes to trying to do what we can do to help people in the community, not just in the African American community, but in the community. Early intervention is the name of the game. We do not have a cure for Alzheimer's, but there are some things that we can do if we catch it early enough.
Well, thank you both so much for sharing that important information. Again, that phone number and website at the bottom of your screen if you'd like to learn more. We will be right back with a check of another forecast full of 90-degree temperatures. That's next.